All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash, the honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone. Citation to Allah, can push the word with true sincerity with charity. Shalom. And you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans are the Israelites according to the Holy Scriptures, as well as the speckled bird, the scattered Israelite foreigners, scattered amongst other nations, whose outer appearance may seem to be of those nations to whom they've been scattered to, but whose lineage through their father's line go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You are Israelites no matter what your outer appearance may seem to be. And as always, I'm the brother Yadira from the Great Millstone Branch here in Chicago, and I'm back with you with another lesson, which is going to be entitled, What is Cussing, What is Foul Language? And it is going to be just a response to some scoffers on the Elder Malcolm video, or not even, or just some people that was commenting on the Elder Malcolm video. As you can see, it's all stemmed from this smooth flight individual. But they commented said, why most Israelite camps brothers are angry and cursing so much. We all see that the Most High, I'm even going to say that because it was an incorrect word. It says, say about all of our behaviors and all judgments, corrections that you all pass on one another. I'm a so-called black woman Israelite looking for the second Exodus. Pray we're found worthy to escape. Then we will learn how to worship the Most High, I'm sure, without cursing. So I got on the comment board and I just respond. His name is Yahweh, that's the true name of the Heavenly Father. Yahi, Hawa, to be exists. He is. It says, I told her, like, you out of order trying to correct the shepherd the Lord has set up. Keep silence in the church. And that's scriptural. The scriptures tell you that the woman should keep silence in the church. Then you had this simp, Marcia. I don't know who it is, but Marcia STX. It sounded like a dude. But it was like, this language is not becoming. All this cursing and foul language and trying to minister to others is so off-putting. You think the language towards this woman and her husband and just the overall attitude reflects a child of the Most High destined for heaven. And I didn't really get the rest, but it said this haughty blah, blah, blah. And I just responded and I told him, like, look, you don't read the scriptures. Because when you read the scriptures, look, hey, the men of the Lord, you got to get that Christian Baptist influence out of your head. The men of the Lord aren't these booty face, suit and tie, smooth speaking individuals, man. The men of the Lord were the prophets, man, those were hardcore, rough men. And we're going to prove that in the scriptures. But as you said, she said, you think language toward this woman and her husband is, reflects a child of Most High death for heaven. So I responded back. I said, you don't read the scriptures. And then they responded back to me, said, I read the scriptures, but I don't recall seeing any man of God cussing and using foul language. So, hey, she put up, or it sounded like a she, but whoever it is, they put their foot in their mouth. So I just responded. I was like, what is cussing? What is foul language? So, hey, we're going to go ahead and get into it. And we're going to prove it, prove that individual to be incorrect according to the Holy Scriptures. But this is the etymology of the word foul. It's an adjective. It says rotting, unclean, vile, corrupt, offensive to the senses. And, hey, what's foul and unclean or corrupt? Hey, that's false doctrine. So was not that individual that the Elder Malcolm was correcting, he's teaching with his wife. That's corrupt. That's foul doctrine, because the scriptures tell you that a woman plainly should not teach nor usurp authority over a man. And he's putting that on, he's making many videos and he's putting that, and showing that unclean, that defiled doctrine on YouTube. So he's coming with a foul or corrupt doctrine, so to say. It says, perhaps from the sound made in reaction to smelling some bad sense, whatever. But this is the word cuss, a verb. It says to say bad words, use profane language. Profanity or profane is something outside of the temple, some unholy. It says a vulgar pronunciation of curse. It says transitive sense to curse, swear at. Is by 1838 related cussing to cuss someone out is attested by 1881. So let's go into what the word curse is. It says a noun, late Old English curse. It says a prayer that evil or harm befalls one. Remember, the individual said, I don't recall a man of the Lord cussing anyone, which really is curse. Same difference. It says consignment of a person to an evil fate of uncertain origin. No similar word exists in Germanic, Romance, or Celtic Middle English compendium. Says probably from Latin cursus course. It says in a Christian sense, set of daily liturgical prayers, extended to set of imprecations as the sentence of great curse. The formula read in churches 4 times a year. setting forth the various offenses which entail automatic excommunication of the offender. It says also the excommunication so imposed connection with cross is unlikely. Another suggested source is Old French "carosse anger," but I forgot where I got this definition, but it's the etymology as well from Edom Online. Edom, or it's a verb. It says to wish evil to excommunicate from the source of curse. A noun, which we just read, it says swear profanely, use blasphemous or profane languages from early 13th century. Compare swear. It says the sense of blight with malignant evils. Related curse to cursing. So that individual said that I don't recall a man of the. I'm gonna read it again verbatim. It says this let me see which comment it was. She said yep, Marcia Stacks. I read the scriptures, but I don't recall seeing any man of God curse cussing, which we just established. Cussing is cursing or wishing evil upon someone. It says in using foul language. And we can equate foul language to a corrupt doctrine. So, no man of the Lord burnt Cain with no false doctrine. But this is Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 15, Old Testament. And they call Jeremiah the weeping prophet because he was for Israel. But Jacob was so wicked. This is what he said. Jeremiah 17 and 15. Behold, they say unto me, where is the word of Yahweh? Let it come now. Verse 16, as for me, I have not hastened from being a pastor to follow thee, neither have I desired the woeful day. Thou knowest that which come out of my lips was right before thee. Verse 17, be not a terror unto me, thou art my hope in the day of evil. So, Jeremiah was like, look, Lord, I've been following you. I've been doing what you've been saying. But these niggas, right? Verse 18, let them be confounded that persecute me, but let me not be confounded. Let them be dismayed, but let not me be dismayed. Bring upon them the day of evil and destroy them with double destruction. That's a curse, man. We're not even gonna play no word games. He cursed them. The prophet Jeremiah just cursed those wicked Israelites that were trying to put him to death for preaching the word of the Lord. He said, send upon them evil, give them double destruction. Isn't that wishing evil upon people? So we just proved in the scriptures that a man of God, a prophet in the Bible, who has a whole book, a very big book, one of the biggest books, if not the biggest book in the Bible, cursed his own people. So what do you mean a man of the Lord is not cursing, or is not cussing? You see, this is Galatians 1 and 7, which is not another, but there be some that trouble you and will pervert the gospel of Marcia. Verse 8, but though we or an angel from heaven preach any other gospel unto you, that it's like it than that which we have preached unto you, let him be accursed. As we said before, so I say now again, if any man preach any other gospel unto you that ye have received, let him be accursed. Wasn't Rap the News preaching another gospel? A bugged out gospel, a bugged out doctrine. I'm not even gonna call it a gospel, because it was a bugged out doctrine. So what it says, let him be accursed. What's that word for accursed? It's Greek 331. Anema and in athema, it says a thing set up or laid by an order to be kept, specifically an offering resulting from a vow which after being consecrated to a god was hung upon the walls or columns of the temple or put in some other conspicuous place. It says a thing devoted to the Most High without hope of being redeemed, and if an animal to be slain, therefore a person or thing doomed to destruction. That's the word for accursed. The Apostle Paul, because that's who wrote the book of Galatians, correct? It says the word that's used at one of the definitions is or the meaning of that word, it says to be slain. Therefore, a person or thing doomed to destruction. A curse. B, a man accursed, devoted to the direst of woes. So, man, the men of the Lord were hard men. If you rejected the doctrine, if you was going off, the men of the Lord cursed you, It says the Strong's definition down here says athema. It says from G394, a religious ban or consecrately excommunicated thing or person accused. Athema, curse. So once again, another man of the Lord in the Old Testament and in the New Testament cursed people. Not people, but those that deserved it. So man, the men of the Lord aren't these choir boys, as we say here. Geobat Chicago, you know. This is 2 Kings chapter 2 and verse 23. And he went up from thence unto Bethel. This was talking about the prophet Elisha, a man of God, right? It says, and as he was going up by the way, there come forth little children out of the city. And they is the what's like it? It says that there come forth little children out of the city and mocked him and said unto him, go up thou bald head, go up thou bald head. So you had some beautiful you had some Israelite children, some young Israelite children talking shit, scoffing, you know, just what young Jake do, right? It said, go up thou bald head, go up thou bald head. And they look at his bald, making fun of him because he was in a state of mourning, right? So what did the prophet do? Did he say, come on, guys, let's not do that. I'm not feeling too good. This is what he did. Verse 24, and this is in the scriptures. And he turned back and looked on them and cursed them in the name of Yahweh, right? So he wished evil upon them. He cursed them, right? Some little children, right? And there came forth 2 she-bears out of the woods and tear 42 children of them. So a man of God in the Holy Scriptures, in the book of 2 Kings, cursed Israelites, and not only Israelites, but young children, and 2 big-ass bears came through and destroyed 42 of them. What's that word for curse? Is Hebrew 7043, kalal. It says to be slight, be swift, be trifling, be of little account, be light. It says be slight, be abated of water, to be swift, to be trifling, be of little account. It says to be swift, show oneself swift, to appear trifling, he too trifling. It's like it says be too trifling, but also it says definition C, it says to make despicable, to curse. D, it says to be cursed, to make light, to lighten, to treat with contempt, bring contempt or dishonor. And that was the point. It says to curse, so he cursed them. Yeah, man. So hey, that's scriptural proof that the men of the Lord curse people. Yes, the men of the Lord use cussing, which cussing is just a curse, which cursing is wish evil upon, and they wish evil upon those that deserved it. Psalm 69:1, to the chief musician upon Shoshanim, a psalm of David, save me, O power, for the waters are come unto my soul. We're going to jump down to verse 22. So this was King David, which King David is a mighty man of the Lord, as well as a prophet, right? Verse 22, let their table become a snare before them, and that which should have been for their welfare, let it become a trap. And what's that, man? Hey, he's telling them, let them be snared by the same word that they preach, right? Verse 23, the same book that they're using. Verse 23, let their eyes be darkened that they see not, and make their loins continually to shake. Pour out thy indignation upon them, and let thy wrathful anger take hold on them. So a mighty man of the Lord, King David, wished evil upon wicked Jake. It says, verse 25, let their habitation be desolate, and let none dwell in their tents, for they persecuted him whom thou hast smitten, and they have talked to the grief of those whom thou hast wounded. Verse 27, add iniquity unto their iniquity. Let them repent and come back. No, he's cursing them. Add iniquity unto their iniquity, and let them not come into thy righteousness. Let them be blotted out of the book of the living, and be not written within the righteous. So once again, we got another example of a man of the Lord wishing evil upon people. One amongst wicked Jake. This is Psalms. This is Romans 11:7. What then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blind. Verse 8. It says, according as it is written, the Most High have given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they shall not see, and ears that they shall not hear, until this day. Verse 9. And David saith, let their table be made a snare and a trap, and a stumbling block and a recompense unto them. So once again, in Old Testament and New Testament, you have the prophets, the apostles, the men of the Lord sending curses upon people. So hey man, we just proved without a shadow of doubt that comment from Marcia, that was you was going off. You know, you was coming from a place of ignorance. This is 1 Samuel 16 and verse 4, and this is gonna prove to the point that the prophets, they weren't these just these sweet, nice. And you're going to word nice, I believe it goes into foolish, weak. They weren't these nice men, you know, because they wasn't like your pastor that you see in the church with soft clothes on and smooth words. No, this is 1 Samuel 16 and 4. And Samuel did that which Yahweh spake, and came to Bethlehem. And the elders of the town trembled at his coming, and said, comest thou peacefully? peaceably. So wait, Samuel's coming to the town, and the elders, they was trembling. They was, holy shit. Oh, Samuel, yeah, prophet, he coming? Are you coming peaceably? Or are you coming, with bad tidings, But it says, comest thou peacefully, verse 5, and he said, peaceably I am coming to sacrifice unto Yahweh. Sanctify yourselves and come with me to the sacrifice. And he sanctified Jesse and his sons and called them to the sacrifice. So see, that reputation of all this that's BS garbage dogma that the Christian churches have taught you. Go into the Holy Scriptures, man. Hey, the apostles and prophets and men of the Lord were rough men. This is Matthew 3 and verse 4. And the same John had his raiment of camel's hair and a leathern girdle about his loins, and his meat was locusts and wild honey. And John the Baptist, he was preaching in the wilderness. And his diet, he was eating locusts and honey. With a camel's garment on for his raiment, with camel's hair on his raiment, and a leathern girdle about his loins. If you see him, he bringing it out. He may seem a little rough, but nevertheless, it's the word of the Lord. 2 Corinthians 11 and 6, but though I be rude in speech, yet not in knowledge, but we have been thoroughly made manifest among you in all things. And once again, this was 2 Corinthians, so I believe this was the Apostle Paul speaking. And he said, though I be rude in speech, yet not in knowledge. So we go into that word rude. It says G2399, idiotes, a private person as opposed to a magistrate, ruler, king, a common soldier as opposed to a military officer, a writer of prose as opposed to a poet. It says in the New Testament, an unlearned, illiterate man as opposed to the learned and educated, one who is unskilled in any art. And the apostles, as it says in the book of Acts about, I believe, Peter, I forget who else it was, they thought they were unlearned and untrained men. But nevertheless, these are the heads of the church. So, the same thing is here back now, what you come out to see, the men of the Lord may seem rough and rugged, but nevertheless, the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah is working within those men. This is Matthew 11 and verse 7, and the message may come out rough, may come out a little offensive sometimes, but nevertheless, it's the word of the Lord. Don't be offended. Make the corrections. Matthew 11 and 7, and as they departed, Yahushua began to say unto the multitudes concerning John, what went ye out into the wilderness to see? A reed shaking with the wind? So he's rebuking them, like, what you looking for? The word of the Lord right there. The man of the Lord is right there. Why are you judging from the outward appearance, right? Verse 8, but what went ye out to see? A man clothed in soft raiment. Behold, they that wear soft clothing are in king's houses. Those that's coming all smooth and with a nice silk butterscotch garments, they sellouts, man. They ain't giving you the truth, the real word of the Lord. They giving you smooth words. It says verse 9, but what went ye out to see? A prophet, yea, I say unto you, and more than a prophet. For this is he of whom it is written, behold, I send my messenger before thy face, which shall prepare the way before thee. Verily I say unto you, among them that are born of women, there have not risen a greater than John the Baptist. Notwithstanding, he that is least in the kingdom of heaven is greater than he. And John the Baptist, he was rebuking and reproving and bringing out the word of the Lord. So, the prophets of the Lord, they definitely were no choir boys, And yes, they cursed people, And yes, they rebuked other camps. They rebuked those that went off. They expressed sharp disapproval to someone that were offending in doctrine. You see? So little one, just a quick edifying lesson. Call halal, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rechak, Quadash, the ones to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone. Citation to all the occupants, word with true sincerity with charity. Shalom, Barakatham, and a Baba Ball.